What is going on, Frankmeisters? Mic's back, headset's back. Everybody hear me loud and clear? Let me know in the chat. Look who we got here with us, guys. Kristen's here again.
Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Good.
One hell of a fucking day, huh?
Crazy.
I'm like, oh my God, really?
Crazy.
We'll
I am so glad that I wasn't mentioned.
We'll get that.
Holy hell.
We'll get to that in a minute. But, I mean, just to start off with the defense filing their thing for an extension, let's start off with that. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and just we'll go to the chat real quick and say hi to everybody because we got a lot of shit to talk about.
We do.
What's going on, Middle Mama? Bees 9, CJK, Connie Hill, John France, Angela Van Oven, Jackie Oliver, 63 Clocks, Diddums. Hey, lady. By the way, Diddums is the one who was kind enough to donate the new equipment for me, guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Randy, Beverly Lambert, Lisa, Jim's mom, good to see you. Who's that? Daily Survivor.
She's going to pencil me in on the document.
Who did?
Lisa, one of my mods from my channel.
Okay.
Lisa.
What's going on, Shane? Justice Angel, good to see you. Nana 72. This account. What did you? There she. I see her.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I see her. Who else we got in here?
Hey, Deb.
Deb's
are you?
Here.
Good to have you in the house, my dear.
She Warrior. Coach Kev.
Hey,
Marbles.
Coach Kev.
V Marie, Rescue All Dogs. Be on your toes tonight, guys.
Hey,
Marbles.
Rescue.
Marbles. Mustang. Man. Oh my goodness. Todd. Cindy. Carol. Doris. What is that? Hey, there's Mirror.
It's not horrible, Cecil. They
Kentucky
just want
Sleuth.
you to think it's horrible.
Kentucky Sleuth. Robin B. Olivia 2. Shelly. Still looking for me. Oh, who am I missing? I'm still going through it. Kiwi Bridget, excuse me. Jamie Hicks.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Huge. I'm not saying the rest of that. What's going on, JP? Condolences to you for the passing of your mother. We love you.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
We love you when you got your back on anything you need, girl.
Miranda Lee. Be on your toes tonight. We may have some trolling.
Miranda Lee, hi. Now you can't say I don't say hi to you. She always get on me about that. He never says hi to me. Gail Hurd, Frederica. There she is. Miss Deb, Ron Logan. He's back from the dead.
He's back.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Christine. Star Quilt. Cecil Hotel. We almost there. Miss Depp. Hey, girl. Oh, Rescue's already donated. Thank you, Rescue. Thank you so much, hon. Much appreciated. Even though it'll go right back in her pocket when we go to Fort Wayne. Love Todd. And she'll tell me no. James Powers. Yeah, I heard about a membership, guys. Somebody's checked that stocking that's in the closet from Christmas.
It's hanging on the crime door.
Hurst, it's good to see you. popping in. Oh, Metal Mama just bought 5 more memberships, guys.
Oh, that is awesome, Metal. Thank you.
And that is the end of the checking in on the chat. All right. Give me a second, and I'm going to pull up this. Well, hold on before we do that. Today, I've had several people send me messages asking me about the circumstances around Keegan Klein. Yes, he was transferred from the Indiana State Prison up in Michigan City to Newcastle. No, his charges have not been reduced. You guys are looking at his what we call Department of Corrections locator for the offender. You guys are seeing that his early release date is in 2028. You got to remember, he was sentenced to 43 years, and I believe he had 6 or 7 years good credit, plus some, or not good credit, but he had some charges, felony 5s and felony 6s that were max 3 to 4 years. So he spent his time in the county up there in Miami. So he did 3 years. That equals out to what his charges or his sentencing would be for those felony 5 or felony 6s. So those would automatically cut time off the 43 years. Okay. So,
hey, Gail, I do too speak to you. Stop it.
So if he got 37 years and he gets good time through the appeal process and he gets his GED, whatever he does, it's going to cut more time off of it. Okay. And then you have to take what time he cut off. Say if he got 31, 32 years with good, what he would have to do. Multiply that by 85%. It's about 24 years he would have to serve before he is eligible for parole. So if you guys see that 2028, 25 years is about right for him to get a chance at a parole. It doesn't mean he's going to get paroled, guys. You got to understand that. Okay. So I just want to give you a little update on how that worked and why you guys were thinking he got time cut when he didn't. That's just how the system worked, guys. So now we're going to get to.
Hey, Crimezilla. Good to see you.
Let's see. Get to one of the documents here. What the hell happened? There we go. Why does it keep doing that?
Uh-oh. I don't like that. What's it doing?
Keeps boxing me in 4s. My app. There we go. All right, let's see. All right. This is the verified motion to extend. Nope. There we go. You guys see that pretty clear? Now, let me know. All right.
I just need to put on my readers.
Are you blind like me?
I am. It's my 62-year-old eyes. What can you say?
Hey, I'm being maybe 55, and I feel like I'm right there with you. All right, let's go over this. Verified motion to extend discovery deadline. Come now, counsel for attorneys Baldwin and Rosie, and respectfully move to extend the discovery deadline from March 7th, 2024, and in support thereof, counsel states. Number 1, on February 22nd, 2000, there's an error right there on his part right there already. He didn't even proofread it.
They never do.
It should be 2024, guys.
Yeah.
The court issued an order stating in pertinent part now orders counsel for the defense attorneys to provide to the state of Indiana all the exhibits intended to be introduced at the hearing on March 18th, 2024. On or before March 7th, 2024, the court did not issue a reciprocal order for the state to provide their exhibits expected to be introduced. Well, that's part of the discovery.
Yeah.
Jesus. However, Mr. McClellan and undersigned have cooperated in reciprocal discovery. Undersigned has provided expected exhibits to Mr. McClellan as they have become available. The undersigned believes Mr. McClellan has provided all expected exhibits available to him prior to March 1st of 2024. On March 1st of 2024, counsel conducted depositions of most of the state's identified witnesses at the time. It was learned that the ISP report provided to Mr. McClellan, then the undersigned, did not contain the attachments. Mr. McClellan pledged to obtain them and share. Also, during the depositions, it was learned that Sergeant Holman has conducted recorded interviews with pertinent people. It is not yet known if those were the omitted attachments to the report. Again, Mr. McClellan assured the undersigned that they would be produced. Number 5, on March 5th, 2024 at 8:24 p.m., Mr. McClellan communicated to undersigned that he had attachments and would collect the interviews and provide them through discovery that day. Then on March 6th at 9:30 or 9:23 p.m., Mr. McClellan advised that due to time constraints, he would be unable to provide those materials until March 7th, 2024. Upon review of the state's additional discovery, the undersigned may have additional exhibits. It will be impossible to determine that until the new materials are reviewed, which, due to counsel's schedule, cannot be done before late in the afternoon of March 7th, 2024. Number 7, on February 29th, 2024, and March 1st, 2024, the defense was contacted by 2 separate individuals who claimed to have documents pertinent to leaks. Despite diligent efforts, the defense has not yet obtained those documents to be able to assess their credibility and reliability. Upon doing so, the defense may have additional exhibits, which, of course, will be provided to the state as all others have been. Time is certainly not of the essence because everything the state complains of happened months ago and was fully vetted. The state did not file its allegations of contemptuous conduct until after the Indiana Supreme Court reinstated attorneys Baldwin and Rosie. The issue of contempt is not an urgent matter. Mr. McClellan objects to extension. Undersigned requests an extension of 1 week. Respectfully, Mr. David Hennessy. Oh, shit. I know you got something to say about that. I already know. Go ahead.
I mean, give me a break. Really? I mean, they've lost their cotton picking minds is what's happened here. Somewhere along the line, this defense team has lost their mind.
But what the hell is the sense of filing for a speedy trial? Then you come the next day with this shit.
I'm like, you keep asking for freaking extensions and yet you want to go to court within 72 days.
Right.
Hello?
Right.
What are you doing?
No, don't get us wrong, people. We're not defending the defense. We're just like basically telling them they're a bunch of dumbasses.
Exactly.
And I hope you guys
it's like,
are listening and watching.
I'm
Or having your fucking trolls watch us too, because I can give a rat's ass what y'all have to think about me. Period. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. I'm just saying, it just blows my mind that people can't see this, that they do not see that what the defense is doing. And I said it last night. They are putting as much smoke and mirrors into this case right now as they can to take the pressure and heat off of Richard Allen. They don't want us to look at him. They don't want us to look at the evidence. They don't want us to talk about that. Right. They want us to talk about all this other crap that they are spewing.
Which they don't realize that we had done been down that road. And everything was vetted. And they don't think we don't know this shit. That's the problem. And that's what they're so mad about.
Exactly. No 63 clocks. They cannot bill the state for Hennessy's work.
No.
They have to pay that out of pocket.
And that's another thing we're going to get to, because somebody made a smart ass comment. Well, I wouldn't say a smart ass comment, but was trying to question me about that whole situation.
Hey,
And I might
Grizz,
have,
win for me, will you, bud?
oh,
His
he's playing
night.
poker. Yep, I
Poker night.
know. Yep. Every Thursday. Because I'll try to call him at nighttime and Thursdays. Man, I'm playing poker.
I'm playing poker.
Yeah, Mrs. Depp, it was, I had just to update my Windows. Miranda Lee's mad because she didn't get a membership. Sorry. Maybe the next go around.
What the heck?
Gail Hurd says, Kristen doesn't speak to me anymore.
I know. I said to her, stop saying that. I do too talk to her. I talk to everybody.
Yeah, Biz 9. Honestly, I didn't know anything about it until about 6:37, maybe 7:30, quarter to 8. Because I had only read the first page of the thing, and me and Sleuth were talking private in the DM. He said, man, have you been subpoenaed? I'm like, no. He said, well, I think somebody was trying to serve me the other day, but I refused it. I said, what? Then the next thing you know, we're all connected in his Discord, right? He's posting in his Delphi Discord. He said, man, I think they're trying to use Frank and say that he knew more about the original leak before Richard Allen was arrested. Well, honestly, I did. And if they want to know, I'll tell them what I know. Your buddy Robert. But I didn't put none of that information out that I knew about. Only person I ever talked to about was Deb, and she knew about the stuff that me and Robert were talking about, you know. But getting back to this thing with the attorneys, I got a girl messaged me today and said, man, talking about, well, like I said, Nick has access to the ex parte because, and this is the reason why. The difference between a public defender and I'm taking it right out of Kara Whittaker's mouth. She said it perfectly. She said it's because when you're a public defender, you have to file motions to get some of the money that's granted to you. If you have a private attorney, they don't have to file shit. They pay it right out of their pocket and bill the client. That's the difference. So they don't have to file nothing. Anything that's been filed, it's open to the public unless it's been sealed. We talked about this backstage.
Yeah.
But you had a question because you've heard some gibber about possibly that he had access to something that was sealed. I haven't heard that one yet.
Well, I saw a news blip from, I don't know if it was WTHR or if it was Wish, you guys. Honestly, I just know that it was one of the channels I follow. It was on, I have YouTube on my TV earlier, and it came up, and they were talking about the filing with the ex parte stuff where Nick McClelland went and filed a motion asking for the mental health records again for Richard Allen. And in that motion, they said he named a doctor that they had not revealed except in an ex parte motion with the court, and that information should have been sealed. So how did he find out about it? That was the question put forth by the TV, and they said they called McClelland's office today to get a response, and of course, no thanks, Randy. It was Fox 59. They called and they didn't get a response, but again, there's a gag order.
Right.
In this case, they're not going to talk to the press. They're not going to talk.
But the question is, do we know if it was sealed or not?
And yeah, do we know if any of this stuff was truly sealed? We don't at this point in time. I say let's hold on before we all jump off the deep end here and start railing on Nick McClelland.
Right.
That he's got some information that he went out there and paid for or whatever they're going to try and say that he did. I'm just telling you, the defense is trying everything here. And if they can make Nick McClellan out to be some sort of untrustworthy person, then, which they've already tried with Fran Gull. I mean, look what they've done with her.
Good to see you, Crimezilla.
So now, so now they're trying to do it with him. And I think that all they're doing is smoke and mirrors, smoke and mirrors. The more they can put smoke out there and keep us all from really seeing what the hell's we're supposed to be really looking at, which is Richard Allen and this case and the evidence against him. All the rest of this BS is just what it is. It's BS.
That's most important. Fuck Richard Allen, excuse my French. And by the way, I do need to give a shout out to Miss Deb True Crime Notebook, because she sent me some I guess it's Twitter messages from Kara Winicky, which everybody should know who that is. She was the defense appellate attorney for Richard Allen. And if you guys haven't read that, you guys might want to take a look at it, because it's almost like she's defending Nick McClellan when it comes to these medical records. She's the one who went before the Supreme Court. Yeah. She spoke before them. Yeah. So just want to give Deb a shout out and thank you for that. Let's get to, well, we really don't need to go over Nick McClellan's thing for his medical records, because we basically know what he's looking for. That we already know what he's looking for in the medical records. They want to see the actual examination with the talk with the psychologist or psychiatrist. That's what they're looking for, because it's been out there for a minute now that he's allegedly confessed to the doctor or doctors. So if that's the case, I do believe that's the reason why he's trying to get the medical records. Oh, I definitely believe that that they want the medical records because he confessed to the medical staff at Westville. Yeah. And they know that. And they know that he did. And so they are trying to get the proof of that. They want to be able to depose or talk to, call as a witness or whatever. And you might want to talk about the HIPAA again, just to bring everybody up. Oh, yeah. I mean, everybody's got to understand. I did a little bit of research on this today when it comes to HIPAA. HIPAA does not apply to Richard Allen when it comes to his case. And I'll tell you why. Because HIPAA does not protect anybody with substance abuse, anybody that has committed a violent act. Mm-hmm. And if they confess to the act to a doctor, it's not protected under HIPAA. Mm-mm. No, they have a duty to report. Yes. Even clergy. I mean, even if you were to go to your clergy and sit in the little booth, what's it called? Confessional. And you were to confess that you killed somebody or did something to somebody, they are by law, they are required to it's no different than if somebody goes into the hospital and gets all beat up. Not just trying to women, of course. I'm just saying, if they go into a hospital, look like they got beat up or broken bones or whatever, they're automatically going to ask her what happened. If she says my boyfriend did this, they automatically have to report it to law enforcement. That is their duty when they took that oath to be a doctor or got that diploma, whatever they get. Oh, yeah. They have a duty to report. Yeah. School teachers are under the same thing. They have a duty to report if they suspect child abuse or any kind of abuse or neglect of children. They have a duty to report. I'm just going through the chat on that part. Man, I'm glad my stuff is working again. I am too. It's nice to hear you and not have to talk to you by telephone. Right. What's going on, Grizz? Good to see you, brother. Let's go through the chat. Yeah, Skip Jensen's been called as a witness. Oh, really? He's on the witness. They didn't use Skip Jensen. They used his real name. They sure did. And what the hell is Julie? I mean, I'm telling you what, I wish Nick would call me, because I would call her out right in court on the stand. She told me this about the family. She told me this about the family. She did this. She admitted to me about the funeral picture, everything.
Skip's been called as a witness for the defense.
Yeah.
I wonder how he feels about that.
It's like, God, man.
Oh my God, this just gets more crazy every day.
And Fig said it perfectly. He said they're just trying to scare us. Who are they trying to scare?
They want everybody to shut up. They don't want people to talk bad about what they're doing, and they don't want us to, to keep talking. It's like they're afraid the jury pool's listening. Well, look, they're listening.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear what Shane said?
What?
Richard Allen will beg for the death penalty after listening to Skip and Julie for a half an hour.
Lord. Got a new member, Miranda Lambert. She got her membership. Remember what she said earlier?
Yes.
She's the middle mama says, look.
Bob Mata lamented what? That the defense didn't call who? Oh, didn't call him. Yeah, Bob Mata's not on. He's not on the list. Either Gray Hughes. Have you noticed?
Why?
The
people that are for the family, they're not calling.
Nope. Everybody has got, they're not. Those who know, they know better.
Yeah, look at Shane. He says, I believe Skip is over there doing somersaults.
Oh my God.
And look at Coach Kev. So Ruckus wasn't the mass leader of it all after all. Well, we all basically know who turned all this information over to the defense, and that's why our names got put in there. One specific fucking, or I won't say it, Miss Deb, creator. And his name ain't coming out of my mouth because I don't want to give him no content. Trying to sell your pictures of you being so allegedly in Delphi and Indianapolis on your merchandise. Give me a break, dude.
What a joke.
That's ridiculous. That's desperate. That's being desperate.
Coach Kev says, YouTuber battle, Royal Sunday night at the HIPAA Dome.
Hey, why don't we just meet up at where the Eagles play for WrestleMania this year? It's in Philadelphia. Yeah.
That is funny. Funny. My sweaty prof state? What the hell is that?
Who said that?
Ruckus says, PSA, if I was on that list, I'd lie on everyone in here to get out of trouble.
What the fuck ever, dude.
Ruckus.
Yes, Anthony. They're in desperation, bro. Thank you, V. Marie.
Well, just so everybody knows, I did speak to Fig earlier, and I'm just here to tell you guys they need to stop bashing on Fig. Fig's a good person. He is a good guy. He is a person who has been a victim of violent crime. I covered his cousin's murder. He went through hell with that. His whole family has. He's doing everything that he's done has been in good faith. He is not doing things under the table, and I am pissed. That's all I can say is that they are just accusing him of all kinds of crazy crap.
And now I'm starting to realize I do believe that the Westerman case is tied in with this one now, the way that they are moving everything in his case now to May.
Well, just know,
because then that you got to realize 72 days.
If Richard Allen gets his 72-day day in court, we'll be sitting here in court on May 15th for a trial in Delphi.
I'm going to try to be in there every day.
May 15th, guys.
Seriously, if I had to put my dog in a shelter or not a shelter, a place where they'll take care of him for a couple weeks and just stay in a motel up there in Lafayette, I'll do it.
Right. Fig wants justice for Abby and Libby. And, you know, it goes back to, if you have information about this case that's relative, not junk, like some people, if you have relative good information, you should be talking to the prosecutor. You should be talking to law enforcement. Hell, I just sent in a tip on Flora this week.
Uh-huh.
I sent a tip, you guys, on Flora this week.
We talked about that. Yep. We sure did.
So.
I'm not happy about that one either. Not very happy with that shit. And
I'm not either.
And that individual's been a loose cannon here a lot lately.
I know.
You noticed it?
Yes. Because he goes through spurts like that.
But we really don't need to go over Nick's thing today. Like we said, we basically know what he was doing. He's trying to get the records again to see where the confession's at to the doctors. That's all that is. No sense in going through 17 pages. But we do want to go over Dave Hennessy's filing again today, which was a joke.
What a joke. What a joke.
Yeah, what a damn joke. Let's see how many clerical errors I could find in this document.
What are they talk? What is she talking about? What are they talking about? Love to Hunt moving the case to Wayne County instead of in Delphi. I haven't heard that.
It hadn't been moved to Wayne County. Or I think they're trying to get everything moved there. That's what they've been trying to do.
I was just going to say, as far as I know, a change of venue in this case has not happened. They are supposed to be bringing in the jury pool from the other county. That's how it got changed.
How the hell do I explain this out?
And I do know from what I've read and the reporting I've heard that Judge Gull has turned over the bulk of her cases to other judges because she's able to do that now because of her new role, so that she can absolutely oversee Delphi without interruption. So
I'm trying to figure out how to expand it because it's not. But I'll just read it just the way it is. I know. I'm sorry, guys, if you guys can't see it, but.
Which one? Oh, hang on a second.
The witness.
I got it up. You want me to pull it up? Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can get it on the screen. Let me see if I can present. Gotta make sure I do the right one. The right window. I shared it. Can you add it? Where'd he go?
Give me a second. Accident.
Oh, I was like, where'd you go? Hey, Susan Hendricks. Eye on the ball is for sure.
Can you
None of this crap will be allowed to happen in court.
Can you expand it out on your end?
Can I expand it?
Or do you want to read it? Go ahead and read it from your end because you'll be able to see it.
Okay. Okay.
You got your bifocals on?
I got my bifocals on. You know, my old eyes. List of additional witnesses and exhibits for contempt hearing. Comes now counsel for attorneys Baldwin and Rosie and notifies the state and the court that in addition to all witnesses and exhibits previously disclosed, he may call the following witnesses and offer the described exhibits. Witnesses: Stephen Wood, Angela Saldowski, Julie Melvin, Terry Williams, Courtney Parsons, and Matt Hoffman. Now,
excuse me for just a second. Can I pause you for a second? Let's give a shout out to Miss Susan Hendricks. She's in the chat tonight, guys.
I see her. She's
Hi, Miss Hendricks.
she's been commenting on our stuff.
It's good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all you do for the families.
Yes, ma'am. And I back that 100%.
Absolutely. Exhibits 1, communications between Gary Bodette, aka Fig Solve, and Prosecutor McClelland, multiple. 2, communications from Bodette about Prosecutor McClelland, 4. 3, Anthony Greeno's YouTube episode titled Crime Nation, Delphi Murders, Watch and Review. 4, Rick Snay on True Crime Investigates. Number 5, Baldwin's email to McClelland regarding Professor Turco report. Number 6, Bodette's communications with Angela Sadowski. 2, Number 7, Bodette's YouTube episode regarding Delphi investigation. 8, Bodette's communication regarding court staff revelations. 7 of those. 9, Bodette's communication regarding disqualification of defense counsel. Number 10, documentation of the relationship between Bodette, Fortson, and Cohen. 2. 11, Bodette sending defense work product to McClelland. Number 12, Bodette sending information to McClelland. I want to stop here for a second because I want to say, how in the heck would Fig have sending defense work product to McClelland? How would he even have defense work product if they didn't give it to him?
Good question.
Good Lord. Come on, guys, use your heads here. Don't just hear the words and jump. Listen to what they're saying. Bodette sending information to McClelland. 13, Bodette identifying source in the Delphi investigation. 14, Bodette posting or resending or regarding sending information to McClelland. Number 15, Bodette posting regarding digging dirt on Baldwin. Well, that's not hard to do. Number 16, Bodette posting reworking with law enforcement and prosecution. 17, Bodette email of McClelland asking Bodette to delete everything. 18, Barbara McDonald on court TV with leaked investigation information. McClelland email to defense regarding Professor Turco's report. 19, leaked search warrant affidavit prior to the unsealing of it. 20, Sergeant Holman communications with Terry Williams and or secret keeper. 20, YouTubers Frankmeister and Sleuth video. YouTube, The Inquisitor, True Crime claiming leaked communications from Rick Allen. 21, Terry Williams posting about inside information of crime scene and of the investigation. 22, October 22nd of 2022, YouTube video of Bodette discussing his knowledge of a bullet at the crime scene and knowledge that a gun was found at Rick Allen's house when that information was still under seal and a week before it was unsealed. Email exchange between Judge Gull and Attorney Rosie regarding accidentally misdirected email. 24, Baldwin's email to Judge Gull on October the 9th, 2023. Number 25, list of media dissemination by state actors. 25, Julie Melvin documents. And 26, YouTube video titled A Reckoning in Carroll County. Potential exhibits on or about February 29th, 2024 and March 1st of 2024, the defense received an anonymous call from a woman in Texas claiming to have approximately 240 pages of leaked documents and agreed to provide them. The defense has received only a few of these documents, all of which appear to be available to the public. The defense has received, also discovered information from the prof claiming that he had delivered 2 pounds. Have you guys noticed? He used the prof, but he didn't use his real name, but he did Figs. I want everybody to know that's some bullshit right there. Anyway, moving on. The defense also discovered information from the prof claiming that he had delivered 2 pounds of documents to the Indiana Attorney General. The defense is continuing to investigate that claim, which may result in additional exhibits. Respectfully, David R. Hennessy.
What a dipwad. Well, there's your guy right there to turn this all in to the defense. As far as I'm concerned.
I know.
And you know what? Me and Slew talked about this a little while ago. And
I am pissed. I like Fig very much. He's a very dear friend of mine and has been for a very, very, very long time. And this just makes me angry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think that it's way out of content, honestly, if you ask me, because
they pulled stuff out of context.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know, and like we were all talking about it in Discord today, and I told Fig, I said, I'm pretty pissed. I'm shitty. He said, yeah, basically me too. You know, and I said, I didn't even know my name was in this thing until Sleuth brought it up and asked me. He said, man, did you get subpoenaed? I said, no. He said, well, somebody tried to subpoena me the other day and I refused it. And I
Fig
said, man,
said this?
No, Sleuth did.
Sleuth said this. Oh, God.
Yeah. And so I said, man, I know if there's a constable that walks up to my door, I'll know exactly what it's for. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, if I don't get subpoenaed, they're going to know who the hell Frankmeister is when we go to court March 18th. I'm going to make sure of it. You see this?
I think you should wear the shirt. And I also think that you should, because you know, you have to be careful because they won't let you in if you have signage or anything like that. But I was thinking it would be cool if you could do something so that you were showing that you were on the side of the family. You know what I mean? It's like
they're not going to deter me away from the family. There's no way, shape.
No, I know that. I know
no
we
way.
all know that. I just, you know, they just need to know that, you know, we're family people here.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I mean, you talked about this behind the scenes, and honestly, shit, I'd fucking talk to Nick McClellan and let him know everything that Julia Melvin was trying to do to me to get me to turn against the family, making accusations and all kinds of crap.
You know, they don't have a clue. Like I said, what makes me so angry about all of this, you guys, with the whole YouTube mess, is they don't vet who these people are.
Nope, not
they
at
just
all.
Run with it like these people are, you know, they're truth tellers, whatever. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is one of the most horrific of crimes that I can think of in a really, really long time. And we've been waiting for justice for 7 years for Abby and Libby. And this is what it's come down to, is now we have all of our content creators being used, or, you know, some of them put themselves in the hands of the defense. I mean, Julie Melvin, Skip, they went on Criminality and they did a whole show. I was so angry when I saw Skip on there with her.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, what is going on here? And I called him out on it. And I said, what are you doing? You know, and he said, look, I didn't, you know, it's not about who I'm on there with. It's about what I'm trying to say. And he was trying to dispel the fact that he knew long before everybody else about this information. So if he did, then that's going to be up to him to explain as to how he got it.
I'm willing to myself to tell, because Me
But
and
when
Skip,
he aligned himself with Julie Melvin, I was done. I was
well,
done.
look,
And
Skip basically has the same information that I do. I know exactly what Skip is talking about. It's the same information that Mr. Mark Roberts told me. And I sincerely do have questions about that because there was an instance like the late spring, early summer before Richard was arrested. Out of nowhere at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, Mark Roberts, I didn't even know who this guy was, just messaged me out of nowhere on Messenger, right? And he was throwing a bunch of bushy boo, whatever at me, trying to say, well, first he was saying it was Daniel Pearson Bridge guy. And then then he changed his angle like a few days later and said it was Garrett Kurtz. And then I didn't hear from him for like 2 or 3 weeks. And all of a sudden he comes back and starts messaging me again. There was things that he was telling me that he should have never known. Should have never known, but no information had been released. No names, no witnesses' names, no nothing. He
okay, I don't know who Fart Face is, but say cop fakes one more time and I'm going to have you booted out of this chat.
Hey,
Do not talk about Perry Freeman, who has a stellar career in law enforcement, and call him a fake cop.
Can somebody, that looks like Prop's face on there. Somebody get rid of him for me, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what he looks like, so I don't know, but somebody kick him out of here, please.
Now, where were we? Since we got interrupted there.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Like I was saying, then like a couple weeks later, he came back and started messaging me again. And he was telling me shit. And I was like, man, I didn't think much about it. And then when it came out about Betsy Blair being the witness at the bridge, because he originally told me months prior, he said, man, there was a woman at the bridge that witnessed Richard Allen standing on the first platform. And then when her name came out months later about being the witness at the bridge, I'm thinking to myself, how in the hell did Mark Roberts know about a witness at the bridge before her name was even released? There was other things that he was saying to me that end up coming out later too. And I'm like, damn, man. And that's when I finally contacted him. I said, look, dude, I said, if I find out whoever you're dealing with, is leaking any of these photos, information, whatever, I'm turning your asses in. And when, lo and behold, about a week or two later, who jumped all over him and got him to turn everything in? You know who I'm talking about.
I do.
I told the kid, I said, man, you're not doing that crap. And lo and behold, he's turning everything in. And I found out it was them. And I told you about me confronting them at the last hearing in Allen County about it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Cindy Hudson here. She says the defense vetted they intentionally left out Sleuth and Frank's YouTube names and channels so nobody looks or subscribes to the truth. Well, there's a lot of truth in that, because when you look at the channels that the defense has promoted on YouTube, I'm going back to the fact that they used Joe Lewis as a quote source in their Frank's motion, and we all know about him. And
Whack-a-doodle-doo.
He's crazy.
Whack-a-doodle-doo.
Freaking Australia or wherever the hell he's from. He doesn't even live in this country, and he is attacking the family like a viral dog on crack cocaine. I mean, I really don't know what's wrong with that guy, but.
Hey, Susan, would you like to join us up here on panel? If you would like to, I could put the link in the chat. Matter of fact, if anybody wants to join in, I'll just put the link in here now.
Mrs. Depp is right. Copfax put his money where his mouth was. If you go back and look at all of his videos on Delphi, he talked about exactly what was going to happen when YouTubers started doing what they've been doing. When you start inserting yourself into a criminal case, this is what happens.
There's the link. Anybody wants to join us, they're more than welcome to come up here.
So, and again, like I said, I think the defense is utilizing the crazy that's in the Delphi community on social media to create this blanket of smoke and storm.
Oh shit. I didn't mean to kick her out of there. I was just trying to get rid of something else. Kristen, you're going to have to come back in. Sorry. Sorry, Kristen. Didn't mean to do that. And she was right in the middle of talking. Pause for a minute, guys. Let her get back in here. Come on, Kristen. Where you at? I know she's probably mad. It was an accident. I was trying to clear my screen and accidentally kicked her out. Let me go through the chat here. I didn't mean to boot her out of there, Joe. Yep. Mrs. Depp says, because Cop Facts is putting his money where his mouth is. Go back to his video about warning to YouTubers put out these theories because the defense can use it. And look what just unfolded. Exactly. Kristen, are you still there? I'm surprised she ain't messaging me yet. Hold on a second, guys. Give me just a moment. Sorry.
What the hell happened?
I was exiting out the screen with the copy on it, and I accidentally exited you out.
I'm like, what happened to me? I'm like, oh my God, YouTube just took down our live stream. I'm like,
once again, people, if anybody wants to join the there you go again, Kristen. That's you. I didn't do anything that time. That is on her end. Kentucky Sleuth is here.
Hey.
What's going on?
Not much. So, I've been talking this crap for 3 years, and people wouldn't get on board with me.
Right.
Against Shattermere and...
Oh, there's Randy.
Which I know Prob just come in the last year?
If that.
Yeah.
But
I knew he was a creep day one when I seen him.
What's going on, Randy?
Not much.
Why are you hiding your face, man?
Just relaxing.
You're relaxing, so you got to hide your face?
Yeah.
I just got out the pool.
Oh, we don't want to hear that shit. We do not want to hear that. Chris is probably, what the hell is going on here?
Just kidding.
Frankmeister's computer again, okay?
I had to be funny. Come on. You got to laugh at this shit.
Oh. I just can't wait to see what happens on the 18th. That's going to be crazy.
So, I did go off on Cop Facts one time. I'm sorry, but he was going off on that drug tangent thing and saying it led back to all that. And then he said something about Kelsey, and I said, nope, I'm not going to have this. So I did quit watching him.
Kristen's back. Kristen's back.
Hi, Kristen.
Hello.
That's Kentucky Sleuth.
Hi, Kentucky.
It's Angel Bear too. So
hi. Hey.
Yep.
I'm back. I kicked myself.
Yeah, anybody that bashes the family, they hear it from me because I tell them.
Oh yeah, me too.
I have since day one.
Oh, same here. I won't.
I don't want to make that video and tell them off.
I will not put up with it.
No, I won't either.
So
no.
People need to leave Kelsey alone. She was a kid.
Exactly. But the fact that they outed Fig in this court document and outed him and made him public when he has been a private YouTuber for the whole time he's been on YouTube to protect his family.
Delete Bill's comment.
And the fact that they did not do that to the prof
or Frank or Sleuth
or Frank or Sleuth. Come on,
Right.
you guys. There's
Oh, that-
something fishy with all of this.
Well, how come Chris Todd's not on that list?
Right. He's the first one.
Randy, is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Randy?
look, yeah, that's Randy.
Hi, Randy.
Hey, Chris.
Hey,
How are
Christy,
you, my dear?
Doing good.
Look at
Good.
Gail Hurd's comment
Where's her comment?
right on the screen.
Oh my God.
Hey, Lou.
All right, you guys. Stop with the hog nuts comments.
Yeah, I think they had
Good question by 6-3 o'clocks. I wonder if the prosecution plans to present evidence of the defense paying or encouraging YouTubers to spread their narrative. Good damn question right
That's
there.
a good question, because I guarantee you there is some serious crap going on out there. I've said it before. If you guys look at the press conference that Rosie and Baldwin had after the hearing where he was first in court, the very first court date we saw him, that hearing, they came down the stairs and they were interviewed right then and there. And Baldwin said, if there is anybody out there
Yep.
that has any information that can help our client or knows things that we should know, please get in contact with us. Anybody, social media, he's the one who started this crap.
Yep.
And let me go over here real quick with Cindy. She said, when Cohen posted the F-tree photo, I asked him immediately if he contacted the FBI. No
hey,
response.
look who it is. It's your partner in crime. Sleuth's in the house.
Oh, I told you the Facebook page I was reporting to the FBI. My account was hacked 2 days later. Let me tell you something. Me and Sleuth, about a year ago, this is what they got our names in that document. We believe is what it is we had a live together and we were talking about the F-tree because we heard about it some time ago. We just didn't think anything of it.
The F-tree's been out there since the beginning of the
Yeah.
case, has it not, Randy?
Yes,
No,
it has.
Well, not
Mhm.
at first. No, it has not been at first that I haven't talked. The only thing we knew at the time of how Living Abby was stabbed, especially Libby, how she got more stabbed with a knife more and everything.
Hey,
else.
Randy. Although you wasn't on Reddit in the beginning, though. Reddit was all about the Odin and the F-tree.
Yeah.
Right straight from the start.
Well, then you got to remember there was
Right.
the talk of the bullet too back then, and there was nothing to back it up until he got arrested.
Yeah, and that's crazy because nobody should go off of what Reddit says. That's just somebody talking behind a keyboard.
Yep.
Exactly.
Because yeah, there's some of that stuff I didn't read Reddit at the beginning anyhow, but once in a while,
I'll bite my tongue because we got a Reddit person on the panel.
It's okay. Reddit hates YouTubers. YouTubers hate Redditors. It's and I'm
one
both,
person.
so.
The one person that turned me away from Reddit, and everybody knows him, Robert Lindsay.
Oh my God! You don't have to tell me. I know.
He's
And
a
you
damn
saw
idiot
it
too.
because
he did two. He was under two different names back then too.
when
Wasn't he just as bad in the Facebook groups?
Yes.
Yeah, he got me.
Constantine, that is Kentucky Sleuth Angel, the other lady up on the panel.
And when a criming shame, when she had Robert Lindsay on last year, 2022. Sorry,
I remember that. Yes, I do remember
lost my mind. I nearly lost my mind. Maria and I went into that chat.
I was in there too.
I was emailing and begging her not to have him on. I told her who he was, what he thought, that he's you talk about somebody that's a pervert and that somebody that is into children, it's him. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, he kind of rubbed me the wrong way, the same way.
Oh my God.
Delphoid Vortex is saying hi, Kristen.
Well, I also asked Prov when he first came on is if he had a white van or something. That's how creepy he looks to me.
Oh, he talks about no child is too young for sex. I mean, it's just
he's a creep.
Oh my God.
Sleuth says it all right here.
Yes, Sleuth, absolutely.
And it's
And
not going to do anything to us.
we are not gonna
Don't
let
even-
them.
Nope.
Oh,
We're not
heck
gonna
no.
let them attack you this way and not come out
No.
and say something.
Right.
Hey, can I get this my sweaty prostate out of here again?
Where's that at?
Let me delete this.
I've been watching.
Ban user gone. You are gone.
Oh, it's probably somebody being silly.
Chris Todd, he's the very first person I dealt with when it came to actual crime scene photos. He's the one that
I
had the
can't stand
clothing.
him.
He had the clothing photo.
I can't stand Chris Todd. I can't stand Jason Jensen either.
And he, when I was teamed up with Marv, he was trying to push the narrative Ron Logan on us so damn bad to the point where I told him, I said, look, dude.
He wrote a book, didn't he?
Yeah, he wrote a book.
Yeah, and I told him, I said, look, I'm not jumping on no damn bandwagon unless I have facts, documents, something. And he told me to F off and not to ever contact him again. I said, dude, you're the one that's contacted me, so F you too, brother. You know, I'll call you out all day, every day if you want me to, because I'll bury your ass too.
Yep.
I just
I just can't handle the nightmare that this has become, you guys. It's so pathetic. This is about Abby and Libby. We shouldn't be talking about this crap.
Hey,
That's
Tara
right.
German's in here.
What?
Tara German's in here.
Is she?
Yes.
Hey,
I'll
Tara.
tell you something else too is
Hi, Tara.
Discord is a hot mess as well.
Well, it depends on which one you're in.
Right. I ain't never been in one. I don't want to either.
Well, honestly, I mean, the best ones to go to would probably be Coach Kev, Sleuth, myself, Jinxie, and all the other ones try to stay out of it. Kristen, of course. You guys got to try to stay out of the other ones because they're the ones that are trolling everybody and taking information that we're talking about in these discords and presenting it on their lives, trying to discredit and make us look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Our people know what we're about and what they can do whatever they want. Discredit us, try to make us look bad, call us that. I don't give a damn. You're not going to deter me from the truth and protecting the family's name, period, point blank. So fuck off all you guys. This is how I feel about it. Sorry for the language, but that kind of shit just pisses me off when these dipwads don't have nothing else to talk about and they want to try to drag the family's name through the mud. And I'm not going to tolerate it, period.
Yeah, I don't either.
You know,
exactly.
I don't tolerate it one bit.
I mean,
and on Friday nights, we talk about it on my channel. We talk about how we don't want them, but we don't care. I've got things out trying to stop them, but nobody's wanting to pass the stuff around. I made some flyers you could put on your community post. I made a whole list of who to listen to for Delphi, who not to listen to. I mean, I made a thing. It says we're for logic and common sense, people. Common sense. What happened to
there's no common sense anymore. It's not common.
No, it's
not common.
It's stupidity, honestly. You know, I mean, you've already touched this a bit, but I'll keep going back and referring to the situation that happened back in 2013 and 2014. At the time of this incident, the whole family was emotionally a wreck. Period. Okay?
Right.
You can't take what they were saying back then with a grain of salt because they probably weren't thinking straight because of their emotions running wild of what happened to their loved ones. Okay?
Well, see, me and one of the people that ran a group, she passed away, but I went off on her and told her, and then I got out of the group. I got out of all groups then because I don't like the family bashing.
Well, like I was saying,
and I told her, I said, you know, I would do anything. I would be on every thread I could be on. I'd be on every news channel I could be on if something happened to somebody in my family.
Right. But
you couldn't shut me up.
But what I was getting at is when Kelsey's 16, 17 years old at the time, right?
Yeah. Right.
Mentally, she's not her brain is not developed as an adult.
No.
Okay. You can't take everything that she said back then and try to compare what she's saying to the present day. Yes.
Plus, they probably told her.
Hold on. You got to realize just because a few words have been changed in her statements or something like that, who in the hell you expect to remember what you said during interviews or interrogations by the police, every word that you said to them?
Right.
Hell, I can't remember what I said last week compared to 2 days ago. So you expect a 16 or 17-year-old woman to remember all that? It's going to be impossible. The same with Becky and Mike.
People don't have a clue what it's like when you have something so traumatic happen to you, that the trauma response that she's going through it will keep her from remembering things correctly, whatever. And you know what? I never ever looked at that stuff that much because I knew that the FBI vetted the family and family members. They looked at them and looked at them hard. And, you know, Gray Hughes talks about it. He had Kelsey on his show. You know, she talked about the multiple times that she was interviewed by the FBI. I know that they are going to look at that because they always look at the last person who saw someone alive before they're not anymore. That's always the first person they're going to look at.
Well, that's what they do in every case. They start with the family and work their way out.
Yes, exactly. And that's what they should do.
Yeah.
But 7 years later, to continue to bash her and make her seem like she wanted to have something happen to her sister is just, in my opinion, the most disgusting and vile way to make a living on YouTube. If that's what you want to consider what they're doing, because I don't think they're making a living. Most of them don't have a pot to piss in when it comes to followers.
No, they're buying subscribers too.
Yeah.
And we all know the trash that goes over there.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The people who follow that kind of stuff, do you really want them in your channel?
No, that's what I said. If one of them come in my channel, they'll be asked to leave. I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, come here. No, I don't care about having a subscriber. I don't care about having money. If you go in those places, I don't want you coming in mine. Point blank.
Let me get to this comment here. Jesse Stos. I'm sticking with the true crime content creators who are sticking to the facts and show respect and integrity on these YouTube streets. How evil to attack family and defend a murderous pedophile.
Amen.
Bingo.
Amen.
If you want to see real content creators, Kristen, myself, Sleuth, Ruckus Rocks, if we can get Miss Deb True Crime Notebook to get herself to do her first live, we can get her over and monetized, but she does great ass videos.
Oh my God.
Great videos.
She's awesome. She is so awesome.
Our channels are all about facts.
I've been around since the beginning and I know the facts. So
same. It's like I go back and forth with, when did I hear this? When did I not? It's like I told Frank the other day, I now have 20 notebooks full of Delphi content because I am an old school girl, you guys, and I write everything down. I have a computer, but I have notebooks like this. These are my Delphi notebooks. And I write what I need to know, all the notes.
Listen to this. My very first hearing, Richard Allen's very first hearing, and you all know that I've attended all the hearings. I had a folder with about 100 pages worth of notes because I had started late in the case. I've been on the case a little over 2 years, going on 3. Well, those notes I took with me with additional notes that I was taking in the hearing. Well, I left it on top of the vehicle of the person I rode with, and they scattered all over Delphi. My thing is, I have a brain like a sponge. I don't have to write nothing down. I could just remember stuff just like that. So I just said, hell with writing notes down. I remember it all.
Oh, I have written so many. I did when I started Delphi's Daughters on Reddit. I actually went in and would listen to the podcasts. I listened to Down the Hill, and I wrote verbatim, word for word, what was being said, and then would post it and say, okay, this is what's being said. This is what they've quoted or whatever, so that I would have it right and that I wouldn't be paraphrasing or whatever. I wanted to make sure that when I was giving people information, I was actually giving them.
Right. And I think that's why I'm so good at what I do, is because I don't have to sit there and just study like we've discussed before, the documents that come out. I look for certain phrases, certain words that tells me a lot what's going to be in this document and what it's going to be about. So I love doing it.
Yeah.
My autocorrect is having a good time. Kelsey is grace in action. Well, honestly, Miss Becky, she's grace in action.
She is.
She is grace in action. She's so humble. And I wish these people would know her like we've gotten to know her over the last few years,
Mm-hmm.
She's been through so much, absolutely right. So much. And nobody has any understanding of what she's actually gone through with this whole case because of
Hold on. Helen Hutchinson. I don't give a rat's ass what Doug Carter has said. He's contradicted himself so many damn times.
It's part of his tragedy.
And don't sit there and tell us we got goddamn blinders on, because I see just perfectly, asshole, or whatever you are, female, male. I don't give a shit. You come into my chat talking that shit and we have a family member in my chat, kiss my ass and get the fuck off my channel.
They've Goodbye. Not all been cleared, huh?
Yeah.
That's why they're all sitting in jail.
And some reason I can't get him out of my chat. Let me go here. Here we go. Bastard.
Yeah, that's
Becky has been through a lot. And people don't even, begin to understand the emotional strain that has been put on her. And at a time when she was fighting for her life, literally, against cancer, and she was going through the stress of that, which is enough. Nobody needs any more than just that.
Well, she traveled around these events to get donations.
Yep.
She could have just stayed home, but no, she went around and make sure to raise money.
Because they wanted to do the ballpark, and they wanted to do something positive, not only for the girl's memory, but for their own community, and leave a legacy for the girl.
Right.
So
it's a safe place for kids to be.
I got a little heated there for a second. I want to apologize to Vonda K. If that offended you. I do apologize to you. That's why sometimes it just gets like that in my chat. I pull no punches. I say what I got to say and how I feel. And if they don't like it, they can kiss my white ass. Just how I feel about it.
Sometimes you can only take so much, you guys. It's not easy to be a content creator. People think it's easy to just take all the abuse and the crap that we listen to and the emails that we get and all the comments that you don't even see, because I don't even allow them. I mean, people are like, oh, you should allow all comments. No, people are going to come in there and trash the family, or they're going to trash whatever. I don't care. They can trash me all they want. I heard the other day that I think somebody called me, maybe it was the prof, that said Kristen behind the refrigerator. Not anymore, asshole. I lost 170 pounds.
Yeah. Joe Newman, the way you blast off those documents, Frank, definitely got a memory.
And who cares? That's all they got to do is make fun of somebody that's heavy set. Who cares?
The whole
Yeah.
It
point
ain't
to
like
me,
it's the first time you've ever heard it either.
it's the point is when people start attacking you personally is
Mhm.
because they can't attack your information. Your
Right.
information is spot on and truthful, and they're going to actually, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they can't attack your integrity either.
Right.
6-3 clock said B's nines. Agreed. I think they've been caught and evidence will be presented at the hearing. Most definitely. I've already experienced it once when they didn't have the hearing that we wanted to hear in Allen County. And now we're actually going to get it.
Susan said she'd love to the next live.
Okay. Well, thank you.
That'd be awesome, Susan. We'd love to have you on with us to discuss this case. I love your show, by the way, your new show. I do watch it, and the content's fantastic.
Hey, people. I've got 200 people in the chat, and I've only got 18 likes. If you'd hit that like button for me, please.
Good.
I'm just going through the comments because there's a lot of people in here tonight.
There is.
Randy's good too from some other chat.
But I've always been the type, I don't like somebody putting out names. You know, Daniel calling somebody's name out. You're ruining people's lives.
When you have anonymity for a reason, it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times it's for safety reasons, and maybe you have a really high profile job, maybe you have whatever, and you don't want that to come, you know what I mean, to come into play. So that's
Right.
why a lot of people do it. I respect that. You know,
Well, I was talking about where they blame somebody as the killer and they don't realize they're ruining somebody's life.
Yes, I agree with that as well. You shouldn't name names.
Okay, CJK, any of the families were involved in any way, they'd been arrested and charged. Exactly. You guys, so these people really think that the Patty family has that kind of pull?
Right. Well, see, they think they're so strong that they got the police backing them up and they're going to use somebody else as a patsy. So the police is involved.
Yeah.
The family's involved. I mean, when y'all sit back and think about it, do y'all see how stupid y'all sound?
And then you got this account. Defense has placed no blame on the family either. Good one right there. Have you not once seen their names in any documents? No,
Right.
you have not.
And then the ones that come off with the mayor. Hello, do you think the mayor is out in the woods killing somebody, people? You know?
Yep.
Alley Cat, when I said bastard.
I mean, the mayor, so he's helping.
Hey,
and he's
D.
also helping out the prosecutor, too. So, hello, people.
You know how far it would have to be for a conspiracy? You would have to go all the way to upper government.
There's so many people that would have to be involved for it to work and keep their mouth shut. And how they can't keep their mouth shut now.
We would have to go clear the governor to keep everybody's mouth shut.
Exactly. You'd need nails to nail their mouth shut because it's not working.
Right.
You know, and I've said all along in this, it's not about, I don't have a dog in the fight in this case, but I fell in love with Abby and Libby's story as far as who they were as human beings.
Just an average kid. I mean, to me,
it reminded me of myself and my own best friend at that age and the things
Mm-hmm.
that they would do together.
Right.
And what happened to them was horrific. And it could have been any of us young women with our best friends, any of us. So I think that that's what touched me more than anything. And then when I, you know, got to know a little bit more about Becky and about Kelsey and about Carrie and about everybody, I was like, this family's not bad. They're not bad people.
No,
this is not.
Man, I don't think
they're amazing.
I don't think what a lot of these people don't understand it was actually what has happened to this family prior to all this.
Right.
Well, especially at the walks, people were greeting Becky at walks. They were all excited to ask questions, talk to Becky. before the walk started.
Yeah.
I mean, people just got to. I mean, I understand that a lot of you people out there that are against the family and don't have no direct contact with her or anything like that. But there are a few of us that do. You know, and we've had long conversations, just not by phone or whatever, in actual person. You know, and
I don't talk to Becky about the case.
we don't talk about the case either. It's mostly about documents and stuff like that. And I've explained this to people. There are times when I got people that'll message me and say, "Hey, we know you got a good rapport with Becky. Can you clarify with her things that were said back then to clarify to shut people up?" And I would absolutely do that for them. And I call her up and I said, "Hey, you know, I got people asking me questions to if you can clarify stuff," and she agrees to do that. It has nothing to do with the investigation whatsoever. Like the situation about somebody's trying to say that Becky knew about the Odin and reported to the police or something like that. No, that's not what happened, because I talked to Becky about that. It's somebody else that knew about the Odin had already reported it to the law enforcement, and they went to Becky about it.
Well, the one thing I also don't understand is why they think the police owe us something. We're the community. We're not anybody. All that comes out in trial. If they would have come out with info in the beginning, you could have had somebody that was in jail claim it, and then we'd never have the person. Or you could have a copycat somewhere else do it.
Thank you. Good night, V. Marie.
Good night, V. Marie. Thank you for being here and keeping the trolls at bay.
Thank you, Doc.
They don't do any of that.
Okay, well, the one thing I need to bring this up on Jilly Melvin, she, the guy who used, I don't know if he still does. His name is Old Marine. Okay, he got a hold of Julie, and she went to a place in Logansport, had writing on the cult writings on this one particular building. So she has a video of that, and that's where that came from.
If anybody wants to ever check out, is this her new show, Headline Crime?
It is Headline Crime.
If anybody ever wants to check out Susan's new show, Headline Crime, go check it out. What channel would it be on, Susan?
It's on, she has it on YouTube.
Oh, is it on YouTube? It's a YouTube channel. Is it under her name? Or does she use an alias? Do you know?
No, it's Susan Hendricks.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Yeah, everybody go check that out.
Yeah, it's really, really good. She's doing it along with what's his name? Dan from Down the Hill podcast. Okay. So you'll know his voice.
Right. Yes, and I had proof years ago that the mayor was at a meeting, because everybody kept saying, well, the minute sheet for the city council meeting has just miraculously disappeared. I said, you bunch of dipwads, I've got the damn thing right here in my hand.
Yeah, me and Frank talked about that too.
And that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, me and Frank was looking to.
And I proved my point. My point was that we got a lot of people out there that are lazy asses and do not want to do the legwork for themselves. Point blank. It took me five.
And that is the truth.
And it only took me 5 minutes to get it. You know. So I'm just going through the chat, guys. Anything interesting?
Cindy Hudson says, why haven't the killer Odinite cult gone after Baldwin and Rosie? Why aren't B and R afraid they will be silenced to stop the cover-up being revealed? Let me guess. Now they will need security clowns.
Aspen Connor in the chat.
Yep.
These families deserve so much better than the mockery some people are trying to make out of this case. It's sickening and not entertainment. Bingo. Right. I wish I had a bell. The ding every time I says a good comment.
Yeah.
And then a drum when to bong them when they say something stupid.
Exactly. Like the Gong Show.
Right.
Gong show.
Right. Right.
For
I don't know
all
how
the
to
youngins
download
out
none of
there,
that
you don't
shit to
remember
mine.
the Gong Show.
Yeah, I
I
remember
do.
the Gong Show, man. That was hilarious.
Yep.
Wasn't
Used to
that
watch
funny?
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They used to come out with that big hook and pull them off the stage.
There is the YouTube channel right there. Thank you, Aspen Connor, for Susan Hendricks's headline crime.
It's
Let's get
really good, you guys. And make sure you pick
Ashton's
up.
another one that is really very professional. I really like his content, the way he approaches people. He does a good job interviewing.
Mhm. Make sure
Eh,
you guys check out Susan Hendricks' book. She has written a book, and
Yeah,
it's
I
a
read it. I read it
it's
online.
oh my gosh, it's such a good book.
Yeah, I read her book online.
I love it. I love what she's done as far as how she's supported the family.
Oh yes.
right.
She can do something that-
We're getting about to the hour and a half mark. I'm going to go take more things out of the chat real quick before we start winding down, guys. Anthony France says, I think the defense is just using this case for their personal gain and notoriety. I'm sure they will be hoping for book deals when it's all over.
Or
Oh,
movie rights.
Yeah,
movie
exactly.
rights, too. Yeah, that's. I think they really want to do the movie rights more.
Right.
Yep.
Frank, you said you're from Indiana, from South Indiana. Have you ever heard of Odinism before this case? I remember Crips 2-1 Dog Patch and all of it. I've never heard I've heard of the skinheads, and stuff like that, but I never knew them as being Odinist at all.
Well, I read the story about Jamestown. The guy who started it lived here in Indiana.
You talking about Jim Jones?
Yep.
Wow.
He lived here in Indiana.
See, we have the Bloods, we have the Crips, we have 2-1, we have Hallville, we have 8-Ball Posse, all them gangs here in Indiana.
Oh, Rabbit, you're going to have to watch the replay. What happened driving
It's very
home?
interesting, Rabbit.
Yeah.
And it's another thing. They want to say a town of 3,000 it has a big drug town. They need to come over here just across the bridge in Louisville and see how much drugs is there.
Right.
It's in every state, every town, every county has drugs. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Susan
exactly.
Hendricks.
It's very true.
Susan says that Kelsey is an amazing person.
Oh,
She
know
is.
that? I know that and I haven't even met her. And I know that just because of all of her tweets that I've read over all the years, all of her postings, things that she said, her interviews, and how she conducted herself as a spokesman for the family at such a very tender and young age.
You're right.
She was
Yeah.
forced to grow up so fast, and she reminds me a lot of my own daughter who was forced to grow up after her brother died. Same thing. Her childhood was stolen from her because, you're forced to become an adult so quickly.
And
Okay.
time flies too.
Marbles, she is the real Susan Hendricks.
Yes. All right, guys, we're winding down. I want to give a shout out to Rescue All Dogs for the super sticker. Gail Hurd with 3 memberships she bought for somebody in the people in the chat. Metal Mama bought 5 memberships also. Thank you. Miranda Lee's a new member. Cecil Hotel $1.99 super sticker. Leslie Kingston $2.99 super sticker. And everybody who else donated to support this channel, thank you very much. And to all my mods out there, thank you for staying in the chat with us. Tara German, it was nice to see you in the chat tonight.
Yep.
Yeah,
Susan
Tara,
Hendricks.
thank you so much for coming.
Susan Hendricks, you're more than welcome to be in my chat anytime, ma'am.
Or
Anytime.
mine. You can be in
Right.
mine anytime as well. I mean, you know that. You're welcome on my channel. The family's welcome on my channel, and you don't have to reveal yourself.
No,
I
you don't.
always tell everyone that it is so important how we tell these girls' stories. It's important how we report on them because the family can always be out there watching and listening, and we never know. So we have to try our hardest to make sure that we're doing a good job for them.
Well, see,
One-
that's the thing too.
One more time, guys. One
Tell
more
the story.
time. This is
Yep.
what it's all about.
That's it right
Justice,
there.
justice for Abby and Libby. Remember that. F all the other people that are going after the family and trying to make a mockery of this case. Is all I got to say
That's
about
right.
justice for Abby and Libby. On that note, guys, y'all know what time it is. Until next time, guys.
Be
peace
kind,
out.
everyone.
Good, good
Peace out.
night. Thank you for letting me out.
One love, guys. Good night.